Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fola. If you're new here, I create content around career growth, self-development, and navigating life realistically. Today I'll be sharing with you mistakes I made earlier in my career that cost me years of growth. And I'm hoping that someone watching me would benefit from this. If you've been following my videos, you know that I talk about career and how organizations typically work. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked back at your career and realized that the biggest things holding you is not your boss, it's not your qualification, it's not your organization, it was you. Yes, you. That's exactly what happened to me. For about 3 years, I continually made mistakes that cost me opportunity, delayed my growth, and eventually contributed to me losing my job. The painful part, I didn't know I was making a mistake. I thought I was doing what was right. I worked hard. I spoke up when I saw something I didn't agree with. In my mind, I was being authentic. I was being courageous. I was being a good colleague. But what I didn't realize was I was missing a lesson that would take me years to learn. When I landed my first role with a multinational company, I was passionate, hardworking, and extremely outspoken. If I thought something was wrong, I would say it. If I disagreed with management, everyone would know. If I felt someone was being treated unfairly, I would speak up. I was that employee. And honestly, I was proud of it. So one day, a situation came up involving a colleague who was also a friend. She reported a matter to me, and I thought that she was being treated unfairly. So I took it as my own responsibility to step in and fight for her. I spoke up, I challenged decisions, and I made my position known. And at the time, I thought I was doing the right thing. And to be clear, I don't regret standing up for people. What I regret is not understanding how organizations work. Because what happened next taught me the biggest lesson of my career. Not long after, I was moved out of the main business into a subsidiary. I didn't think so much of this at the time. I just told myself, yeah, I'll keep working hard and nobody will silence me. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I would always say my mind. But looking back now, that move changed the entire trajectory of my career. The subsidiary I moved to wasn't as visible. The opportunities were not the same. The visibility was entirely different. And while I was there, I was trying to prove myself the entire time, not knowing that something else was happening. The colleague I fought for remained in the business. And when an opportunity for promotion came, she got the promotion. At that time, that was a difficult position for me to accept. But looking in hindsight, I understand why things turned out that way. And I can proudly admit that it's not that she was less competent than me. She had something that I lacked at the time. And what was that? Diplomacy. She knew how to manage relationships. She knew how to disagree without creating friction. She knew how to navigate the organization better than I did. While I focused on being right, she focused on being effective. That realization changed everything for me. Back then, I believed performance was everything, like promotion would naturally go to the hardest worker. I thought results alone would speak. Performance matters just as relationships do. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I made was building relationships sideways, not upwards. My strongest relationships were with my colleagues, people I ate with every day, the people I complained with, the people I partied with, the people I laughed with. But I wasn't intentionally building relationships with the decision makers. Those are the people that discuss opportunities, people that assign responsibilities, and the people that would decide who will be considered for the bigger roles. And eventually that became a problem. Because when conversations about advancement started happening, I wasn't included in those conversations. And well, this was not because I wasn't capable or anything, but because visibility matters, influence matters, and I had confused popularity within my peers as the same thing with influence within the organization. I had built friendships, but not strategic relationships. So there was a second blow. The subsidiary I had been moved to wasn't doing so well, and that wasn't something I understood at the time. So when it was time for them to downsize and let people go, unfortunately, because of where I had been positioned, I became amongst the people who lost their jobs. That experience hurts a lot, because for the first time, I was forced to confront a hard truth. What was that truth? Being valuable is important, but being visible is also important. Your manager may know your value, but the people making important decisions need to know that value too. And looking back now, I probably lost years of career growth because I didn't understand the lessons earlier. Thankfully, that was not the end of my story. I rebuilt, I learned, I grew. At this time, I stopped focusing on how personalities react to things, but I started focusing more on the value I deliver. So years down the line, an organization I joined, a new HOD had joined the department. In the beginning, it seemed like nothing anybody would do would ever be good enough. People were constantly complaining about how this boss seemed like it was very hard to please. And honestly, years ago, I probably would have gotten caught up in all that. I would have spent time discussing her behavior, analyzing her pattern, analyzing her reaction, and worrying about if this person even likes me. But this time, something was different. I focused on my job, I focused on my team, I focused on delivering excellent results because that's what I was paid to do. I wasn't trying to impress or win anybody over. Then one day, my line manager shared a feedback from this boss. She said, Fola doesn't shine teeth with me, but she gets the job done. And then she asked a question that really stuck. Don't you think that's the kind of person I would leave responsibilities to? That was a full circle moment for me. Because earlier, I thought career growth was about being the loudest in the room. Your voice should be heard. I cared about being liked by my peers. Now I see it's all about creating value, building trust, and maintaining healthy professional relationships. You don't have to become fake. You definitely don't have to abandon your values either. But what you do is build relationships wisely and let your work be credible enough to speak for you. And over time, this reminded me of how growth is not about being a people pleaser. The lesson was never about flattery. The lesson was about credibility, trust, relationships while delivering results. Today, if I sat down with my younger self, I'll tell her this. Don't just work hard. Learn how organizations work. Don't just build friendships, build relationships. Don't focus on being right. Focus on being effective. Speak the truth, but learn diplomacy. Deliver results, but build trust. Because being good at your job can make you successful, but understanding people can make you influential. And sometimes influence can open doors that hard work alone cannot. Did you enjoy this video? I'm sure you did. So now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, you can turn on the notification button so that whenever I post videos, you can be one of the first people to watch them. Until I come your way again,